I'm Will, he, him, and I play Moxie, she, her.
I'm Sarah, she, her, and I play Freya, she, her.
I'm Steve, he, him, and I play Aura, he, him.
I'm Imi, she, her, and I play Amaya, she, her.
I'm Mike, he, him, and I'm playing Eugene Bannatyne, he, him.
I'm Ruthie, she, they, and I play Sentinel/Jax, they, them.
I'm Charlie, he, him, and I'm your DM.
That's your issue with this roller coaster, is the colour scheme.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to go. So, you guys, you left Delnori and travelled to, well, on the road to Sehira, the long road to Sehira, the first stop being Talbennery. And when you arrived at Talbennery, you quickly found Dominic, old friend of Sentinel and Moxie, who had got himself into a bit of a pickle with a local gangster, because he was convinced that his grandpappy had been using a gateway beneath the city, travelling somewhere very quickly to get alchemical supplies, and obviously Dustmere being what it is, he decided that was a worthy project to leave the city for and to distance himself from the sort of mess that Julian has created. So you all decided that before you would leave Talbennery for the north, for the capital city, you would help Dom. Quickly recapping before we get into the nitty-gritty, things going on at the moment are you are looking for a shard of the heartstone of Xethir's god. A shard. Which you know one location of which you believe is in the Verdant Range, thanks to your friend and pirate captain Detrius.
Did we actually decide he was the captain?
He's
He
kind of
refused to be the captain,
Yeah,
and then we will.
acting. Yeah, he reports to you guys though.
We haven't given him a job.
They're doing nothing.
Just getting drunk.
He's just a frozen in NPC.
So, because you defeated Xethir before, and now you're pretty sure that his next step is that he's going to try and reform this heartstone. You need to get ahead of the game. You're pretty sure that job is available through the curator as well, and on his network they are looking. Someone in the Apotheos is looking for someone to do that job for them. You put that on hold for now, I believe, but you have access to the curator should you wish. Let's crack on. You're in Talbennery.
No, we're not.
You were in Talbennery and you decided to go underneath into the sewers where you found this gateway, but it was infested with alchemically mutated spiders, and one of them was fucking enormous.
It was a bad time.
The fight was pretty brutal. Sentinel knocked out of the sky and quickly revived by Freya, who almost went down as well. It was a brutal fight. Eventually you killed the big spider, turned off the pipes and the flow of the mini spiders, and you accessed this strange gateway, which is like a big block of obsidian. But before you decided to leave the city, you wanted to run some errands. So you visited the boss of the workshops.
Absolute prick.
Who was an absolute prick.
We wanted to take him out of bourgeoisie before that.
Yeah. He was a wealthy merchant who had become somewhat of a mass producer of parts for artificing, which Eugene was very angry about, understandably. Funnily enough, a friendly goblin called Gentle Clive.
So friendly.
I love him so much. He's so gentle.
Was also on a mission, and he also hated this noble, or merchant, sorry. So you agreed to help him, and you gave him a bomb.
Oh yeah, I did that.
That sounds like an aura.
I didn't think he'd actually kill anyone with it.
They made him a bomb.
No, hang on. Gentle. Is his first name? Is it?
His name is Gentle Clive.
So may I call him Gentle?
First name Gentle, surname
so,
Clive.
yeah.
So Gentle did specifically say that he just wanted to scare some people.
He did say he wanted to scare.
So Eugene was
gave him a bomb.
Eugene was very much on board with the whole scaring bit. And then you said 40 people died.
So Gentle Clive snuck into the estate at night. You guys were like, we're not going to get involved with that, but
It's a bomb.
we do support you, and also we'll meet you outside afterwards, just so we know you did it.
No, because we asked him for some information.
Yes, that's right. You did.
I gave him 100 gold for that information, sir.
And you did, and he did give you that information
Gently.
gently. But he also revealed that he murdered the merchant and the
He played
merchant's
GTA
guards.
for an hour.
You don't know how many people he killed. But you're pretty sure. You're pretty sure he killed the merchant, though.
No, he said he killed the merchant.
Yeah, but he said that. All right, you know, fucking, this murderous goblin said that.
Try checking
The hat's... If I remember correctly, the hat is gone as well.
The hat?
There was a hat that I
He
disliked.
had a really nice hat.
And I was just like, fuck up the hat. The hat's
You're
gone.
pretty certain that he burned the hat.
That's fine.
Thank God.
No, you're pretty sure that he put a hat on a pike and stuck it outside.
So, you guys, after... I can't even remember what information he gave you now.
He told us that Lydia Harlow is the artificer in Sehira.
There you go.
And also that Vidian has worked for us because I gave them 100 gold.
That's right. So, with the information...
But no idea where Vidian is.
No.
Or who Lydia is.
Or who Lydia is.
Lydia's an artificer.
But Lydia's the artificer who was...
In
because
Sehira.
just to close the loop, Eugene was very offended, and I think Sentinel as well, the fact that they were basically manipulating safety loopholes.
I was pissed that he was a bad businessman. I don't really care about the safety loopholes.
And then this artificer was like...
I think I was more angry about the lack of joy. Or about anything else.
I think, and I quote, you screamed at him, "Where is the joy?"
I think
To finish this recap,
Please
this
don't do
long-ass
that.
recap, this long collaborative recap. What is D&D if not a long collaborative recap? You descended into the sewers once more, and Dom, in light of the city now on fire, decided to come with you, and hopped in through the gateway. You figured out that there was a strange book, a bit like Eugene's Mage Gen. You write in there a location, and you found, this is more for Steve, the locations that you chose. I think you tried Dustmere, you tried Sehira. It gave you a couple of options, but all of them were that there was no binding found, and you're pretty sure unstable, and you're pretty sure that it basically means that they're either destroyed from the Civil War, or they're no longer there, or something like that.
It's just like a Google search, like, did you mean this?
Yes, it did do that at one point.
You also did...
Can't spell this.
You also did put in the Verdant Range, which it did give you an option for, in a place called Kralhost, which was intact. Those are the only ones you tried though, and the one that you chose was a place called the Boraxian Valley, which you placed in the coil shard. The gateway kind of warbled to life, and you stepped through into a dark chamber, which
We're in a dark room.
is where we will begin today's session. So you're in a pitch dark room. It smells of...
Yeah, I was about to say I'm sniffing the air.
Yeah, it smells of moss. It's dank and sort of stagnant water in here. It is... You all have dark vision, so after a moment, I think, yes, all of you do.
You do?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
I've got big dark vision.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Clayton that didn't have dark vision.
No, what about
Dom's teeth.
Dom's the tiefling.
Yeah.
Just cast light.
wasn't smoking a cat.
So as your eyes adjust, you see that you are in a collapsed tomb. There is light trickling in through a shear in the
Why
rock.
does it always have to be a tomb? Like,
Well,
can't we
some
just
kind
be
of
next
temple.
to Greg's, I don't know.
Yes, you're next to Greg's.
I love it.
Yes, there is a single shear in the rock that's trickling light in, and you can... Yes, sure. So peering through, you can see a forest.
Ooh,
And those sounds of the forest sort of fill the place as well. And it looks like a very dense woodland. It is raining. The patter of rain on the rock is audible.
It's very peaceful. Are there any doors?
No.
Oh, so there's... How
How are we getting out?
how
I
big
don't
is
know.
this shear on the rock?
It's probably about 6 inches wide, but probably
to
a few
shatter
feet
it?
long.
Does it look as if we broke it, the room would fall apart? 'Cause we
Maybe
kind of need this entrance.
it's very old and crumbling. This is a
How
collapsed
big's this?
part.
Remember
how far
what
is the
happened to
ceiling?
Dav?
You're in it's about 20 foot by 20 feet, the room that you're in.
Can I look for secret, buttons and stuff?
Sure, roll an investigation.
I will cast light.
Thunderbirds, it's just going to go.
Cool.
Well, I'm just thinking
Can I start ritual casting detect magic?
it would be good to keep the integrity of this room because we're going to have to come back, and it would be
Agreed.
good
Yeah,
for
that's
it
a
to be
very good point.
secret. So
So light is cast on Aura's sword. You see the room in its full colour. It is dark, huge stone.
I'd be helping you.
Moss kind of hangs, almost like seaweed. It hangs from the sheer. And what did you roll?
12.
You don't see anything. You look behind you at this large piece of obsidian, which mirrors the one that you stepped through. This large 10 foot by 10 foot sort of slab of obsidian with the carved circle in the centre. This one is covered in dust and moss, except for the freshly cut circle where you stepped through, where the spell obviously sliced away any moss.
I can make as a door.
Okay. Detect magic kind of blooms to life. Moxie, you see the powerful enchantment magic around the obsidian doorway and the mage gen on the stand. There's another one there, the book, but nothing else in the tomb seems magic.
Okay, I can genuinely make a door if we want, just in the wall with stone
that'll take some
stone
time.
sheets, and then we can use it next time.
Yeah.
Does it lock behind us?
I've got that
Or
lock.
can anyone use it? Can anyone use it? Because I can lock it for us anyway. It's just with the
Oh, okay.
still have-
Well,
you
it's
do say you
just
still
that
have that lock, but-
It's just
Yeah,
shape a
amazing.
stone door.
Oh yeah, cool. Well, I can do binding seal on it afterwards.
It can only be 5 feet.
So people might have to stoop.
I mean, I think that's fine.
That's fine.
We just crawl through a sewer. It'll be fine.
I'm just going to walk through as if it was nothing.
Yeah,
What are you
shall I
worrying
do
about?
it?
Okay.
It can have up to 2 hinges and a latch.
Oh, can we make it more
nice.
fancy then? Can it be like a hobbit door? Like a circular?
Yeah, why not? You have to speak French to enter.
Yeah.
Do you want me to set that as the lock?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You make a 5 foot in diameter circular door. Whereabouts are you going to put it? Like next to the sheer? Like you can. The only part you can see is the light sheer that looks like it's in a sort of ditch.
If I sort of use it in the door, in the the shears.
Okay.
Use that as like the middle of the door and like so it opens in 2 bits.
Yeah. Okay. So the sheer itself was around 5 feet. So you basically replace this sheer in the rock with a perfectly formed circular door. That's a little bit high off the ground. Maybe it's like 3 foot off the ground.
Oh no.
What's gonna boost you, G?
So you had this. It's made of the same rock. So you see as Freya casts it, the rocks begin shifting, and then they sort of melt, and some of them sublimate into mist as it kind of solidifies this circular door. There's a nice little latch on it.
Set of stairs roll out.
Yeah, there's a couple of steps actually up to it.
Nice.
And
I thought,
it opens on a dense and mossy woodland. It opens out onto a hollow, like a ditch that's made of blocks. So it looks almost like the roof of this place that collapsed in on itself, maybe. And beyond it, it is lush and green. Like these woods are way more green than those surrounding Talbennery. It's raining heavy droplets.
I miss range so much.
The fuck is
Can I make like a snow angel, but in like all of like
mud.
the pine needles and mud and stuff?
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna sniff the trees.
Freya, why is the sky crying?
Isn't it beautiful?
Because it's home.
This is weird.
I've brought Mama out.
It's like heavy
Mama,
droplets.
do you feel home?
Kind of like flutters onto your shoulder. Looks around.
Oh man,
I don't know.
Smells amazing.
Yeah, it does smell really good. It smells of pine.
Yeah, I join Freya in hugging a tree.
Yeah, it's wet and sticky with pine sap and moss, and like the heavy droplets are like battering like leaves and on your shoulder.
Does this like look? It probably doesn't, but does it look anywhere familiar to me? Like, would I know my way back to the actual town from here?
Roll a survival check. So you'll emerge from the hobbit hole and climb up the ditch.
Binding seal.
Yes, binding seal. And you've cast it once before, so is it a lock of your choice? like I can't remember how it works now.
You touch a closed entryway, and it becomes sealed. You can use you and the creatures you designate when you cast a spell can open the object normally, so all of us. You can also set a password that when spoken within 5 feet of the object suppresses the spell for 1 minute. Or it's unpassable until the spell is dispelled or suppressed.
Cool.
Awesome.
And it's cast at a 5th level because that's the only level spell I can do.
Okay.
So it's a real good lock.
So it's like the DC to break it or pick any locks on it is 10 plus shit numbers.
Is it like your ability modifier?
No, when the spell is cast using a high spell slot of 3rd level or higher, the DC to break it or pick any locks and it increases by 3. So that's 16? Because there was no lock on it to begin with.
Nobody's getting in here.
So it's DC 16, magical lock. Are you using a password?
Friend.
Friend lock.
In what is it, Elvish?
Melon, yeah.
Very
Penis.
nice. Xethir sucks.
Oh no, let's do that.
That'll get him.
Let's do that one.
The gay agenda.
Okay.
I got a 19 for survival.
Oh, very good. Okay. So, as you kind of climb out from this sunken ruin...
Wait a minute, I've hugged this tree before.
Yeah.
I know you.
The circumference, I remember.
David.
Like little as you've never seen the ruin, and little is left of it, apart from the sort of washed and eroded stonework. That maybe it was a church or some kind of Bysilman Elvish ruin that was just sunken in the ground and therefore very difficult to see. And when you emerge, the smell, the type of trees, and you start recognizing plants that you haven't seen for a long time.
Cecil.
You are pretty sure. So there's a valley that climbs either side of Baraxis, and you were not sure if you're on the eastern or western side initially, but after a while you become pretty certain that you are on your southwest of Baraxis. And the valley itself isn't just a direction down, it's kind of undulating on the way down, so it's sometimes difficult to know when you're on an upslope or a downslope. You don't know where you are, you don't know how long it's going to take you to get back. You'd have to do some kind of reconnaissance for that.
I suppose
you
I
think
didn't get out much, really, so
yeah.
Makes sense.
We need to remember where this is as well.
Do you want me to shoot up?
Oh yeah, do that.
Bye. I'm going up as high as I can.
Okay.
To see if I can see where we are. Where are we?
You shoot up above the canopy of needles and oak leaves, and you erupt into a heavy rain that you guys have been very much, guarded from under the canopy, and you're like, oh my god, it's quite difficult to see. The visibility's not great. But from what Eugene just said, you're pretty certain that you can see a small town in the base of the valley off to the north.
How far away?
It's probably flat land, a half day, but it could take you guys longer than that in the conditions in the valley.
Great.
We're gonna camp!
Outside camping. I come down and I literally look like the angriest, wettest cat.
Yeah, you're sopping wet as well.
I'm driving off a
You look like
presentation.
Rishi after announcing an election.
Hey! Such a grumpy,
Got him.
damp cat.
So,
That way.
Yeah, I dry you off.
Thank you.
very nice. What's the plan?
Let's go.
That way, yeah.
Okay.
Is there a Michelin star restaurant on the way?
Oh, wait, we don't have to worry about camping. We're good.
Oh yeah.
We're good.
We just pop.
I kind of want to camp, so I'm just going to be in a tent myself.
You can camp
Who
outside
wants to camp with
yourself.
me? No one.
It's the morning right now.
Oh, okay, we gotta walk. Let's walk.
Okay. So you guys leaving the temple?
Yes. Is there any way?
Just wait till it rains.
Just
Stops
remember
raining.
it. Well, there's a way for us to get back here, right? Because
Yeah, you just walk the same way that we
Easy.
return.
right, fine.
Do we want to leave a path? I don't know.
Any distinguishing features?
if we
of the-
leave-
Yeah, were there any distinguishing features?
Were there any
The
distinguishing
door and
features?
We could leave a night item or something, and then I could just locate.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Yes, so as long as you're within 1,000 feet, you would be able to locate
Not
that.
very far.
Which is not very far at all.
No.
So,
If we just walk down the valley, though, are we
what
like...
would we leave a trail of items? So
So,
do it.
Sentinel, what you saw above, and Eugene would agree that it's a very thick woodland. Like this isn't like, and actually for you and Moxie and probably Aura, this is not an environment that you're familiar with, and it's very, very dense. So when you looked up, it's like a sea of a canopy, and the general trend of it was down into the valley, but you'd never be able to find this place if you were just sat out in the woods.
Fabulous.
One, we could leave some thieves' cant marks.
Can do that.
On trees.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
And then we follow.
Okay. So you're going to make markings on the way?
Yeah, with a dagger so that it's not like pen and can get washed off.
Do you have
Nice.
anything you want to leave here just as well? Just in case?
Sure.
I mean, I can leave the Prophet's diary.
Your crowbar.
That's done with that.
Don't do that again.
I
He's gone.
will leave behind a wooden stake.
That is very different to all the wood that's around.
It's a stake.
It's delicious.
Yum.
Hey, let's
A
leave
glass bottle.
a really useless map of Dalnori.
Yeah, we're never gonna need that again.
Okay.
In the
bowl.
in a bottle.
There you go.
Yeah.
In the tomb.
Okay, so you roll up the map of Dalbennery, and you know the place well now. You know it.
We never needed it at all. It's useless money.
And you place it in the bottle, cork it, and you place it just inside the door, and then it's resealed once more. So you'll be able to detect that from 1,000 feet, and you begin your walk. And after a while, you're pretty sure the rain is leaking through. It is like it's Eugene. You know these woods are safe. Like these are like local woodlands.
Local woods for local people.
For local people. You are, however.
Are there any donkeys? Is it kind
there
of
are
like
some
New Forest?
Wild donkey.
There are some wild
donkeys.
horses, wild
I
donkeys.
thought I went donkeys rather than
There's
horses.
deer.
Just because you wouldn't have been riding a horse, you'd have been riding a donkey.
There are
Like a
small
shire horse.
they're like small
Actually,
forest
quite
deer.
good. What are the
that
little
hop about.
ones?
As you guys walk, the floor is springy with needles and moss, and you're just struck by how different this place is. You are hundreds of miles north of Talbennery now, and the kind of it's very strange. It's almost a sensation of like it's unreal. It's like dreamlike. Like moments ago we were in this workshop city, and now we're in this place. But after a while, after a couple of hours,
Can we make a teepee?
do whatever you want. It's D&D.
That's a great wham.
You get
That's wow.
drenched. You get absolutely drenched.
Could I have been doing control water at least over myself, so
Yeah.
I can just keep myself.
I keep like trying to get under the umbrella.
just this dome of water.
So Moxie's dry as a bone. Sentinel's a little bit drier than everyone else, but the rest of you are just soaked.
Gladly.
I mean, I can like just dry everyone off periodically if if people start moaning.
I'm
I'll
liking
do
the
it,
feeling of rain.
Yeah,
It's like
good.
being in the sea.
Nice.
And I have been doing thieves' can on the trees.
That's cool.
As we go.
Okay.
Just making clear that we are doing.
Yeah.
That's probably when I wham.
When are you whamming?
Just I'm doing this periodically as we go.
Making a
So
lot of
you
whams.
making
I'm trying to make a wigwam.
Okay. So every like 500 feet, there's like a couple of twigs. They're like,
Just usually be like, oh, are we stopping? And I'm just carving something into a tree. Oh, okay, we'll carry on.
And Eugene, you're not haven't got a level of exhaustion, but you're getting pretty tired from building a wigwam and then running to everyone. So
By the fifth, I'm like, what have I done?
yeah,
But then you keep going for
by hour
another
5.
three.
So
There's a quicker way to make a wigwam. You just can't shatter on a tree.
Boring.
you are also just to give you some perspective. You have passed one of the like ring boundaries of Isildia, so you're now in the ducal ring of Isildia. So you skipped that checkpoint, but. Eugene, you start, and Maya, you wouldn't recognise these, but you've got an eye for herbs and flora and that kind of thing. And by kind of hour 4, you Eugene, you start noticing familiar plants and herbs and trees.
Chicken of the woods.
And mushrooms.
Right, now we're talking.
You start getting a real sense of home from this, the smell, and then when you start noticing things, you see a herb called Whispering Thyme. This isn't a reagent, but it is an ingredient. This is you remind. These are like clusters of wild thyme. They have these tiny flowers that when they rub together in the wind, they make a sort of melodic whispering sound.
I point this out to Maya.
That's so cool.
And you remember your mother
tasty.
telling you that many people believed in the people that she grew up with that they used to be the sounds of the tiny little forest spirits whispering to one another. And you move through, you see other strange plants that you wouldn't have seen anywhere else. Something called Twilight Twilight Heather.
That makes more sense.
That has these veins that sort of change colour at twilight, and something called Silverleaf Bracken that's like a fern with patches of silver on it, and you were told that those were fairy fingerprints. Leave it on.
I think Eugene
on
probably
fern.
believes all of this as well, because why would someone lie to him?
Especially about such whimsy.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, we live in a world of magic. It's not.
Why not?
It's not
Exactly.
that
Exactly.
outlandish.
So
The Easter Bunny's real. I keep telling you all.
so you think the option is it's pretty tough going. You can carry on for the whole day and gain a level of exhaustion, apart from Moxie, who's completely bone dry. Or you can camp out. You can split the journey into two and walk for sort of between 6 and 8 hours, have a break and a night, and then finish in the next day.
Yeah.
Take a break, yeah.
Okay, so Twilight arrives. The Twilight Heather begins changing colour, like a bioluminescent mauve that you can see in some open patches of heather where the rain falls in gaps in the canopy.
Right.
And are you setting up camp, or are you going into the salt house?
I will go in, but I'm going to stay out here for like an hour or so.
Hey, I'll do the doorway
Yeah,
then, so that you can
yeah.
come in whenever you decide you want to.
Yeah, I'm just going to look out and.
It's going to take me half an hour anyway, so you guys can all actually set up a nice camp.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
a wham.
I was going to say, while Sentinel's doing that, can I try and... Is there any dry wood anywhere to make a fire?
You could find some. If you take an hour, you could collect enough for a fire.
I can dry it. So.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I collect some
We
wood
have
for
magic
Moxie
to
to
set it on
dry.
fire as well.
Yeah.
Just fireball
Can I
it, it'll be fine.
send Zeal to forage for nice things?
Sure. So Zeal is sent off pattering in the undergrowth.
He's got half an hour to go find some good things.
Yeah, you collect not drenched wood, but you find a standing dead tree and you chop it down, and it's a little damp, but you break it into pieces for Moxie to dry.
Attempt to set a trap as well.
I've got a hunting trap.
Do it.
Sure.
I'll stun you.
How do you just have a hunting trap?
What kind of trap
That was
is
when
it?
I was going to attach it to Dolan's face.
I mean, if anyone was going to have a hunting trap, it would be you.
You can work it out,
Yeah.
but we don't.
God.
God, no.
You know what kind of trap it is? Probably
You
like a
don't have
small.
servants to do this for you.
I might have learned how
It's
to
the
do it with
it's
my
the steel
dad
ring saw
back in-
Okay.
with the pressure pad in the middle.
So it's probably for small game and that kind of stuff.
You didn't have servants.
Not in Villeport, we were not rich. But we kind of were rich-ish for a small fishing town.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rich for
Fish rich.
You have
I was
food.
fish rich.
Rich for
I suppose I was sweet rich.
Yeah.
Rich
But-
in fish.
Okay. What trap is it, or did you say you were gonna? Is that the pressure pad one?
Yeah, with like the steel ring with teeth around it that will snap up on its leg.
Okay.
Oh, so a bear trap.
So Eugene walks off. Zeal walks off, and you hear a.
He disappears because he's a familiar, so he's gone.
He's off, and he comes back with an arm, like a bouquet of wild thyme, of the whispering thyme, and
Good job, buddy.
and he passes that to Sentinel. Or roll a survival check for me, please, to set your trap. And Amaya, you pass the fall of the kind of half-rotten wood to Moxie, dry it, and you guys make a fire. It is still wet, so you haven't got cover here. It's still dripping. Maybe you found a drier bit under a tree. Yeah?
18.
Okay, that's pretty good. You kind of are a bit, you're not sure, this is a very different environment to what you're used to, but your keen senses, you see some tracks that you're fairly sure are a sort of small animal with hooves maybe. You're not sure what kind of animals are around here.
Giant.
But you have read about them in your book. So you do know that this could be some kind of deer tracks, something like that.
Giant owl.
Got me a donkey.
So you gently... You carefully follow the tracks to a babbling stream, and you place the trap down near the water, and you leave it. You leave the trap. You arrive back to a fire crackling next to a tree. Sentinel is finishing up the doorway at the base of the tree.
How bad of an idea? How many animals are going to be walking through here? How bad of an idea is it to set an alarm? Because I don't want an alarm every time a bunny rabbit jumps through this area, because I will
Not a
lose one.
squirrel again.
Like there's a lot of I don't know that we're going to be disturbed in the middle of the woods.
Fine.
And we haven't seen, like, in terms of, like, we haven't
Yeah, it's just
heard
shit.
anything whilst we've been doing this. We haven't spotted an animal or anything.
You'll have seen some animals. So you've seen like deer in the distance. You've seen some rabbits. So you drawing it on the floor? Or are you doing it on the tree or something like that?
I'll do it on the floor, it'll be easier.
Okay. So
Should we have an anti-scry out here?
No, I don't have it prepared.
Oh.
I mean, also
I've got
the floor is invisible, so like the door's invisible, so no one will see where it is.
Can I use the lantern real quick? The
Aman's
lantern
eye.
of revealing. Yes.
Very well.
Maybe we just like mess up the ground around.
What's everyone
here.
else doing?
Otherwise, like, all these footsteps just disappear.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay, you're getting ready. You're gonna head back in. You're gonna head into the subtle house soon. So we're just scanning.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
scanning.
Once we're in, can we come out and in, or are we just in?
Come on.
So if I bring out some supplies to barbecue some to bring in to eat.
I mean, you can barbecue. I also have spent a lot, like 2 weeks, like doing the place up, so you have a
The
fully functioning
extraction's
kitchen.
real good.
Oh, I've forgotten about the fire now.
I'm just gonna leave that.
I spent
Just start
2
a
weeks
forest fire.
learning. I've so far spent 2 weeks learning how to like use the Seal Crafter's Kit, which has entirely been me cleaning the house. And the first thing I did was like kitchen.
As soon as I see the kitchen, I'm just gonna have Sentinel and be like, please, 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 can I use it?
So has everyone gone inside?
No,
except Freya? You're still out as well.
I missed out for like an hour or so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay with Eugene.
Save with Eugene. Good luck
You
with the
check the
lantern.
trap.
I'll be so
Oh, and
careful.
check the trap.
Yeah.
Okay, so but not
I am going to go off and try and speak to Zapes at
okay.
some point.
So Aura and Amaya, you go in first with Sentinel.
Is Dom coming too, or is he like?
oh yeah,
"No."
good. Fucking forget about
dead.
Dom.
Yeah,
He's in the trap.
he was so wet. He's just been so grumpy this whole time.
Yeah, he's
like my
proper
hair.
grumpy, and he's not. He's kind of he's embracing it a bit more now. But he gets very when he's watching you draw this thing on the floor. He's like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. This is.
I thought you were about to go into Clayton.
Yeah, I was wondering.
He's
where
not
you-
helping. He's just standing there watching with his hand on his hips. And you draw this thing.
Fully like a shit dad at
Yeah.
Bobby. Like, this is how we do this.
And he's looking around like, this is this don't like this. And anyway, so Amaya and Aura, you follow Sentinel down. Dom does the same. And he thinks he's going to slide down, and then as he gets in, he just goes and squeaks onto the floor because of the gravity shift. He's like, oh, stands up, and you guys walk down until you appear looking up at the ceiling of the subtle house, where you then kind of hop over and the gravity changes again and you're on the floor of the subtle house. And strangely, rain is kind of dropping out of the tunnel, going blip, 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 and it's like dripping and kind of going places and running down the floor. And yeah, Sentinel shows you the kitchen, the pantry.
Yeah, the fully stocked pantry that I did for you as well.
May I use the kitchen, please? What would you like for dinner?
Dear, if we got one.
So that's the point. So it's full of non-perishables.
Because we stocked it up. We spent a lot of money to do that, and also a bouquet of herbs that Zeal got.
Yes, so you got some fresh thyme, and there's lots of dried herbs, spices, there's cheeses and that kind of stuff. And the
I
only
did
thing
get some aphrodisiac.
the only thing you're obviously you haven't got any fresh stuff because that would not have kept.
It's alright, I can make pasta. I can make a cheesy herby pasta.
Okay. Meanwhile, the rest of you guys are up on the
Rain squad.
Rain squad. Moxie, still with you at the moment.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, once everyone goes in, that's when I'll. Yeah,
Okay.
that's when
Can I just say, Sentinel and I are probably sitting in the kitchen. I'm cooking. We've got wine.
Yeah, I immediately was like, you went straight to the wine cellar, which is like 4 buildings big. I'm like, what do we want?
Dom's standing with Aura like the partner at a function who knows no one. He's like, so what'd you do?
Stop these lot from killing themselves.
Oh yeah, no, I noticed that. We know the spiders and all that.
Yeah, I don't like spiders.
Nah, same.
Or just drinks. Just like, look, a wall.
Dominic, darling, come look at the wine.
Oh
I think this is the first time I've been in here, isn't it?
No.
Were you there? You were there when they went to this. I don't know.
Everyone did come in for a short period.
Yeah, there was a sleepover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did some research on something like that.
Yeah. Does Dom like the large selection of wine?
Yes, he does. And he starts reading labels and he's like, I can't read half of these. Some of them haven't got any writing on them.
Oh, brilliant, that one.
Okay. You're in the library, right? This is the thing.
No, we were in the wine cellar, and we'll go back up to the kitchen.
But it opens into the library, the door.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So meanwhile, Rain Squad.
Beer. I forgot I have a travelling brewery and have beers.
I'll try it.
So Twilight has come onto the forest.
I've got several flavours that might. What would you like?
What flavours?
We're out of cherry because that was my favourite. I could do. This one is a wheat beer, so even though it's not fruity as such, it's quite spicy. So you might like that. Or I've got some, not cider but apple beer.
Ooh.
It's a bit different.
I'll try some apple beer.
Apple beer is a thing. I have had apple beer before. You just think why, but it is a thing.
It's D&D. It doesn't have to be real.
I know.
It
but
is real. It's not that Mike himself has lost his mind.
All right.
we have some apple beers.
Very nice.
We have some apple beers. Scan for invisible things. Check if
Yes.
I
something's
wish I
dead.
could play the lute. This feels like I've got the campfire, we're having some
Oh, I
drinks,
can
we're
show
in the
you a card
woods.
trick if you want.
Oh please, I love magic.
You place the lantern down.
I'll do the one where I've only learned one, haven't
Yeah.
I?
Actually, that's the point. In the world of magic, do card tricks really have like the same oomph?
Yeah.
I think they have more.
I mean, I like it.
Most
but-
people can't do magic. Very,
And
very
also,
few
it's
people.
like straight up hand skill to do
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is still sick in itself.
I'll do the one where it's like guess the card. Yeah, I guess the card. Pick a card.
Take the card. I'm actually thinking the card now, so it better be the same.
I do lots of fun hand stuff. I do the thing where you like
Oh yeah,
cook it
like
and then
a spring.
yeah,
nice.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Is it 2 of clubs?
No, but you weren't. It was the 2 of hearts, so you got the 2 right.
Oh, close.
Freya almost got it right as well, but she's still I'm learning.
Yeah.
I think.
Close.
Yeah, I think you got it right. That was the one trick you did learn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Am I fool?
Yeah, you were learning the.
Actually, I want to be. So yes.
Okay, there you go.
You willingly failing any saving
Yeah.
Pick
throw.
a card. I do it again.
I do like the idea the first time you do it, like, guess a card. No, wait, pick a card. No, wait, I guess that. Wait.
Do you know any card games we could play cards whilst we're up here?
It's like raining.
It is raining.
It's like full-on British
We've got
camping.
We're under a wigwam.
You're in a very
There's always
small
Una.
wigwam.
Are there any invisible things around us?
So you show the
That's
card
you
trick
off.
off.
I'm just-
You grab the lantern, give it a quick scan, and you know you need to check the trap as well soon.
Yeah.
And it's just scanning. You don't see anything. And then you see something wink out. That with your sharp eyes are pretty sure was an orb of some sort.
Yeah, we're being watched.
Amazing.
But it seems that whoever was watching saw you scanning and quickly tried to hide themselves.
But who knows what that object is?
But maybe it
Would
just
they know what the lantern is?
maybe they just saw you looking directly at it.
Hopefully it's a
Maybe the spell was finished.
hopefully it's a friendly eye rather than
Hopefully it's
horrible one.
thingy.
yeah.
What's her name?
Meredith Valant.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be great, but I'd prefer her to Xethir.
And she's done it before, so it could be.
Okay.
Big
Well,
positive.
can they scan us in the Salt House?
Different.
It's a different. It's technically a pocket dimension.
Can you cast Scry? You can.
Yes.
So you would know that you can't scry in different planes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so we'll be safe once we go in.
I love that whoever's watching us is just watching us do like card tricks.
Well, hopefully whoever's watching us also doesn't know where we are, because we're in a random forest.
The forest.
Could be anywhere.
So,
Well, not anywhere. That would be silly. Like obviously we're not in Dustmere or another city or a settlement. I mean, how many woodlands are there really? I mean, really, they probably know exactly where we are, don't they?
maybe. I mean, you knew where we were based on the trees.
Also, the smell as well.
Do you want to check a trap?
Oh, go on then.
I don't want to go on my own.
Yeah, did we hear any like noise? Like how far is the
Screaming
trap?
creature.
Yeah.
I mean, or it was probably a 20-minute sort of walk.
Oh,
away.
okay, so we might not hear it.
So he described the route to you.
Could get so lost.
Scry on the trap.
That would be a bit of a waste.
What's the one where you can see?
I do have that. I don't think I have it prepared.
Oh, was it clairvoyance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have
Just
that.
sitting and watching it the whole time.
Like,
No.
Like Freeview.
Okay.
yeah, let's go check the trap.
So a couple of hours have passed. You guys walk to the trap. Moxie, are you joining them?
No, I think I just that before I peel off.
Moxie dips as you go to the trap, or just says that you're not going to join them.
Stay close-ish.
Yeah, I just got to be alone, apparently. So
Well,
yeah.
don't get lost. or Sentinel kills.
Very well.
I'll try my best.
So, you guys trudge off towards the trap, sort of a 15-minute walk, 20-minute walk, and you know you're getting close because you can see the movement, and it looks like the aura not only played well, placed the trap well, but got lucky, and there is a medium-sized deer
Oh, I was hoping for a
God.
donkey.
with its
Is it
back
Is it
legs
still
stuck.
alive?
Yeah.
Oh,
Also, I love that we left you two to carry the deer back.
We're like, oh.
You carry it back
Every
alive.
time it's... So it takes... When it gets caught in there, let me check. So it might be dead.
Is it a magic trap?
No, but the amount of damage
No.
that it takes
So
going
it takes...
through it.
Bleeding out.
It takes 1d4 if it gets caught. Mm-hmm. And then every time it tries to get out, each time it fails, it takes one more point of damage.
That's fine.
So if it's been there for 2 hours...
kind of hope it
mean,
is
it hasn't
dead
been there
because
2
it's funnier.
hours.
A deer has 2 hit points.
So it's dead.
It hasn't been there 2 hours though. Okay.
Hold on.
D4.
No, but how often did it try and
Oh,
get out?
that was 2 points of damage when it got stuck.
Oh,
That's
so it's
fine.
dead.
I rolled-
It got caught in the trap and instantly died.
I'm sorry. Does Freya want to kill a deer?
No,
So
that's what
stop
makes it so
complaining.
funny.
I'm just wondering how getting like
this
the
trap
It
is-
pressed the plate down with its nose.
This trap is way
It's got a saw.
On its neck.
I think this trap is bigger than we thought.
It weighs 25 pounds.
Okay, that's a bear trap. So it's a bear trap.
Oh my god, is that any deer left?
You arrive to a deer. This leg has been like half severed. It's just laying there
Oh
like
my god.
Charlie, don't do this.
whole leg gone.
This through, Eugene.
The deer is dead, so you don't have to kill the deer.
But we had to drag its corpse through the woods for 20 minutes.
Yeah, why
Bigger
didn't you?
back as well.
Still warm.
I thought the trap was for intruders, not food.
I mean, if he's got Xethir, it'd be great.
Imagine if that's how he got him. Got him. What an idiot.
Rat got it. I thought we were trying to wrap this whole thing up as quick as.
So you guys, what are you going to do with the dead deer?
Can you levitate it?
Trap.
Yeah, I was gonna can I use mage hand to?
No.
Lift
It
10
lifts 10
Do you have levitate
You've got
though? 'Cause then
mending.
we can just.
Oh,
carry it.
yeah.
Do I still have level? I
It's
might
like
not have
50
enough.
kilo deer.
And it's definitely
Oh
not.
no, I can't. I still have a few spell slots.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna sprinkle some magic sugar over it and it just lifts up.
Okay, cool. So the deer.
It's not an
But I'm
unloving
probably not
creature.
strong enough to open the bear trap, so the bear trap's
Hey, we gotta bring it with us.
So
Tie a rope to it.
the
Like
deer.
a
Yeah. So the
The
deer.
trap has got a chain on it.
Okay, you could just drag the trap then.
Oh,
So like some kind of horrific balloon animal. You drag the chain of the trap with this body of this deer
This is the worst thing we've done.
through the woods.
We ate hearts. This is the worst thing we've ever done.
I hope some
And you arrive back
people
to,
come in the woods in a few days and being like,
you,
"Wow,
arrive,
what's happened here? There's just a massive trail of blood."
you arrive back to the
Can anyone actually
doorway.
does
Why does
anyone
it look-
know how to deal with a deer? Like what you want to do?
Like peel a deer.
Peel a deer.
Yeah, I do.
But you don't look happy about it.
Amaya does.
Maya probably won't be so upset about it if she doesn't know how the deer's arrived.
There's also a massive streak of blood all over this.
No, but- I immediately will
trap hanger.
dispatch an unseen servant to clean it up. We can make the unseen servant do it, because the unseen servant can do menial tasks.
That's true.
Okay, so you guys are going to butcher the deer.
Yeah.
And we'll salt and dry it so we've got
Okay.
deer jerky for later.
So
Some jerky.
it'll take an hour or so, but you'll have butchered it and you'll have it ready. Some fresh, some getting cured.
At least you didn't have to remove the head.
I have changed my mind on dinner. It's going to be venison Wellington.
Lovely.
Nice.
Lovely.
We can use some of the mushrooms that we found as well.
Yeah, for a duck cell. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget the
Tonight.
edge spice.
I'll go get the more fancy one.
Yeah. I think we need a red for this one. I was thinking white.
Dominic!
Pasta.
Have I been in the wine cellar yet?
No, but do you want to come?
Yeah, I do.
Come along. We're going to the wine cellar. Dominic knows a lot about wine.
Not this wine, though. There's nothing on the label.
But that's perfect. You don't know what it is.
Taste all of them.
Are you not excited by that?
I am a little bit, but also I'll leave it to you. You guys pick,
Can we go for another unlabeled one?
I put Eugene in the middle of the room. I close his eyes and I spin him around until he stops, and that's the one we're having.
I throw up.
I am not drinking that.
You find a very dusty bottle.
Perfect.
That is the selection.
Of red.
What year is it from? What's a good year for wine?
Can we date it? Zeal, do you know the date of this wine?
Freya can tell you.
Year 12.
Actually, you're right. Actually, Zeal might know.
Zeal, do you know the date of this wine? That's legend lore.
Where was it? Was it
I
there?
have legend
Yes.
lore, but it's not prepared, obviously.
Do we have the components for it? It needs,
Doesn't need something crazy.
yeah.
Anyway,
Send
Zeal.
some ivory strips.
That was from that shelf, which I'm pretty sure hasn't been touched for a while.
Oh, I can tell by the dust.
I can tell you what it is tomorrow.
That'll do.
Unless he knows now.
I don't know what it is, but I know roughly when it was put there, I think.
3,000 years ago.
Please.
I'm just looking. So that was there when I was, yes.
You were
No,
what?
I don't remember that. Well, you see, I don't remember a lot, right? But it's almost like the place you learn things from it, like when you're part of it. I think this section is about 500 years old.
Hell yeah! Vintage!
Was that a good century for winemaking? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know where he
we'll soon find out.
sourced it from, but this place doesn't work like normal, so it's usually the wine stays.
The wine is fine, everything else is fucked.
Okay, so you guys make your way back to the kitchen. You pop the bottle open, it smells very rich, like dark cherries, and there's some kind of funky, savoury notes to it. It's quite oaky. It's very nice. And while you guys are enjoying a glass of wine, Moxie is traipsing through the rain, but probably still
Moxie's
keeping,
gone forever.
keeping it nice and dry.
Keep the umbrella going,
Yeah. And you make your way sort of 5-10 minutes away, and you think you're probably far enough away from everyone.
Yeah. So assemble the bones and
They click into place, following this strange pattern.
I thought more. I've had a bit more of a think.
You
Leave it at that,
pause, yeah. Very well. That's all you hear. And the moment passes, kind of left alone. It's quite dark now. You can see the twilight heather around you that's sort of glowing on the floor, but the light's fading as though the kind of charge built up in the plant is waning. And then a few moments later, you hear a snap of a twig as Zape steps out from behind a tree and walks up to you and takes a seat on the bracken. Hello, Gina.
Master, how are you?
I'm well. He looks around. You have travelled far.
Yeah. No, we found an old sort of old teleportation way there from the Isildian Empire. It was the Isildian Empire, wasn't it?
Oh, the Bysilman.
Bysilman,
But yes,
yes.
this is now the Isildian, yeah. Fascinating. You have decided already, I hear.
Well, yeah.
He kind of chuckles and then says, "You are always quick to decide, not impulsive, but fast. And you would hold to your word, and I should have remembered that, and not pushed you aside."
Yeah, that's I appreciate that. That's nice. Thank you for. Yeah, thanks for not underestimating me this time.
Yes, well, to wield lives, we must master our own, as I said. We must know the deepest reaches of our hearts, what we want above all else. So, tell me, what have you decided? What is it you want above all else?
Honestly, I want my fucking life back.
Oh boy.
I nearly died the first time I tried to reach you, and you wouldn't hear me out. You were just like, oh no, little young naive Regina Moxie couldn't possibly know what she wants. Like I haven't been thinking about it since I had to run away from home. So I played your little game and I waited, because where in all of Talbennery was I going to find somewhere alone and secluded? And that's another thing. Like, I get it now. But at the time, it was really creepy and a bit sus that you demanded, without much in the way of explanation, that you meet a young lady away alone from everyone.
Yes.
So yeah, I want to be able to walk down the street again without looking over my shoulder for would-be assassins, and to sleep in my own fucking bed again. I want Jacqueline to have the life they deserve with Kaz, because we both know it's my fault we're in this shit. Fuck, I want to be able to fight with my brother again, but the way siblings are supposed to, not with murderous spells and demonic gifts, so I guess I'll have to deal with Enru as well. I want the talents that the gods have given me to not be such taboo. I hear my brother's voice on the threads, and I would save him if I could, and I'd love to know the mother I never had. I miss my dad so much. And I just want to tell him I love him and that I miss him and I'm sorry, and for even him to say the same, and even though I'd yell him to mess my hair the way he did when I was a kid. I want to go home. But none of that matters if Xethir wins, because there won't be any home to go back to. So I will fight. I'll fight to protect and get back what I want. And then, breathing heavily and sort of something there, trying to hold back tears.
It is kind of pauses. You can hear him breathing quite raggedly. He looks at you. It is a good wish. A difficult one.
Yes, it's not just one thing, I suppose, a lot of things, but it all encompasses one thing, one end goal.
Home, and
Yeah.
yes. Well, I sense my apology was not quite sufficient, but
No, I'm sorry. I was really rude. I shouldn't have called you creepy or said you insinuated you're some kind of pervert. I'm sorry. That was.
I mean, you were right.
he laughs, and it's like really kind of gravelly and forced, sort of strained. You know, like the first time you've heard him laugh, and it's so sort of unseeming that you know that it's very genuine. Well, I hope that I can help you on your way. And he kind of hesitates. He seems pretty off colour. For the brief conversations you've had, he's very, very plain speaking. Comes with a single agenda and is clear to that, and now seems very uncertain of himself.
Yeah, you said you would tell me more about yourself. You can start there.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage, please, because of what you, everything you just told
Because
us,
you just told him he was a creep.
and all of
Oh,
Persuasion.
beautiful.
Where are you? 21.
it. 21. Looks at you, looks away. Very, very well. He pulls back his hood, and his hands are shaking, gloved hands. Like, you know, the sort of shakes of an older man. They're not trembles, but just gentle shakes. You see a grey mop of hair, 2 horns, long and straight, and one is lighter. It's a lit and riven with glowing blue veins, like you saw the cracks between the cracks in his hand when he removed his gloves the first time you met him. He begins unwrapping the cloth over his face, and you see his grey skin. And he takes his mask away. The blue veins lace his face, and you see he's very, very old. Tieflings can live for about nearly 300 years, and this man must be nearly there. And he is so old that for a moment you don't recognise Batista, until he smiles, his wry grin at you. I'm sorry, Gina. You see his eyes fill with tears as he reaches out for you with a shaking hand. My dear girl, I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on, hug me.
Hugs you.
Going to hug him, yeah.
Hugs you. Oh, I wanted to do this for so long. I'm so sorry for lying. I didn't know what you would think of me. Just hugs you.
So what, you've always been like this?
No, and he releases you.
What, like last time, so at the ball, like you had a choker thing. Does he still have that on him? Or
No.
You said you were like in thrall to Julian and Enroux. What happened?
Before I tell you what happened, I must caveat that Julian is a broken boy. He is as much vengeful as he is despairing, but he is not beyond saving. Zapes was an alter ego of mine, a persona that I took to do necromantic dealings outside of the Delanta name. I always intended to escape Julian's hold and find you, but it didn't happen. Well, I guess in a way it did, but it took rather longer. After I met you at the ball, I made good on my plan to escape. I ridded myself of the Absolver, which is this amulet. They are enslavers. They bind you to a master, and if you even think about betraying, then they tighten and tighten. The necklace about my neck I broke, but I was caught by a red tiefling that now works with Julian. Julian is being manipulated and has bound himself to Onru, the labyrinthine, as you spoke. Onru expressed an interest in me, in my necromancy, and I was taken by the labyrinthine and placed in a jail of its making, a burrow in a place called the Refracted Realm. And in order to force me to accept his patronage, I was left there. That place, he talks as though sickened by the memory, and you watching him, he is centuries older than you last saw him, and he looks changed, his mannerisms are changed, his voice is different. The years are on him, and more than just the wrinkles and the strange blue marks. And the place is a prism. Time is refracted hundreds of orders slower. I was there for over a century before I lost count. But I wasn't alone. I don't believe Onru understood how much that helped me. I was imprisoned with the Tirlar man. They're a strange race of people with marbled skin. And you see him kind of wistfully look off into the forest as tears return to his eyes. I was with a man called Salem. He was a wonderful man. Kindest of all. And despite where we were, he would still crack the most inappropriate jokes. I think you would like him. He remains there still. He kind of clears his eyes. Salem helped me escape and showed me a bit of his Tirlar magic and told me I would have to mould myself with the Refracted Realm to overcome it and to break Onru's hold. And he kind of gestures with his gloved hand at the markings, the blue veins in his face and his horn. He sadly cannot live among... but Salem sadly cannot change himself in that way. And this is why I asked you to come out to meet me in the middle of nowhere. The Refracted Realm not only bent time, but all things, and enough to break the binding that Onru had. And when I arrived back, I had spent weeks trying to remember who I was. Eventually I visited the curator in search of you. And here we are.
I'm sorry that you've had to, that all you've gone through.
No, my dear girl. It is... We have both endured. And I wasn't alone. As you aren't.
I've got the rest of the gang.
Nothing will change, but I will still be here, and I want to support you on what you want. And getting back home. And fixing things.
Obviously, what can I do to help you, though? I mean, what are your goals?
My only goal is to help you. I will someday try and try and get back to Salem. But for now, I spent a long time thinking about what I would do if I was out, and I intend on doing that, and it begins with you. One thing I will say, you mentioned Ansel, and you were hearing him.
Yes, yeah.
It means his soul has not passed. It means that that is for certain, that it echoes, that the thread still plays. I did ask, I searched for him in the refracted realm.
Yeah, no, I mean, his body is missing.
Strange.
You don't know anything about that? Well, why that might be. Apparently Julian was pissed about it, so he doesn't know where it is either.
Royce would not have touched him. Strange. But this is no ordinary thing. His body was missing. Was the casket exposed? Was it dug up?
Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? But this is me asking.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
They were looking to building a load of graves, and he dug it up, and there was nothing in there.
So there was no body in there when it. So he was either not placed in there, or his body was removed from the casket itself.
Yeah, and Royce was apparently he was as confused about it as well.
Have you spoken to him?
Yeah, both me and Jacqueline. Yeah.
I haven't spoken to him. I don't think he would do well if he saw me. The older brother. Salem has no recollection of Ansel either, and he has seen everyone who's passed through there. What?
No, I'm not there.
Well, yes, I almost forgot. I know you have been working on a spell.
Sorry.
It's all right. I know you've been working on a spell, but I would like to give you something else. And he kind of digs in his cloak. It's ragged, like these rags, crusted with salt. And he takes out a metal scroll that was as a clasp that holds a scroll, like a scroll case, and he hands that over to you. It is a scroll and a component. I know your interest in using expired husks. I personally believe it's valiant. It is a true course. They are materials as any other. If anything, the necromancy of healing the living is more horrifying, manipulating living flesh rather than the dead.
It's sort of a resource.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this one I made for you many years ago. I made it in the refracted realm. Salem had a collection of things. Anyway. Is there? I should go. Is there anything else you wish to ask me?
This red tiefling. Did he look anything like this? And I do like a minor illusion of the Devil of Christamar.
He looks at him and sort of darkens. Yes.
Motherfucker.
Okay. That's the Devil of Christamar. Yeah, we met him in the desert before.
I see. Well,
he's a bit of a conspiracy theorist. He's a little.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, my limited interaction with him was getting caught, leaving the city, and his motive was earning I'm fairly sure was earning Julian's trust. By catching me, I believe he did so. Julian was very pleased to see me. Although I think he might feel differently if he saw me now.
Yeah.
Well, my girl, I will leave you. And I must go on a short journey, but you can contact me, and I will be here if you need me desperately.
Do you not want to see Jacqueline?
I don't think that's a good idea. I will leave you what you wish to tell her to you, to them to you. But actually, he wouldn't know that you're a they. But it is hard enough for me to show myself to you. I'm sure in time, should she wish it. But right now, I'm afraid that I just can't. I can't do that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, we're staying in the refracted realm, actually.
The refracted realm.
Yes. Yeah.
You'll have to elaborate on that.
Motherfucker.
We have a safe house, I suppose you could call it, in the refracted realm.
My bachelor pad.
Okay.
Where your wife lives.
No, she comes occasionally.
The refracted realm is a large place. Have you ever heard of the Edge World?
Has Moxie ever heard of the Edge World?
Roll a history check.
Not different from the edge.
Absolutely not. Natural 1 for 7.
So, the Edge World was once a place called Isgard, and it was destroyed by
Isgard?
the opening.
We're taking the soul to Isgard.
That's actually from the Forgotten Realms. The Edge World was, well, Batista will tell you why. The Edge World was created when the Edge opened. The beam that opened it destroyed the world of Isgard in its path in an attempt to leave the entanglement. This is what Bysilman told me. And the Edge World exists now as a scarred place, bereft of anything.
It's the plot of Thor.
Is it?
That's like
Not the dark
World.
Yeah.
But around the Edge World, it were fractures in the rest of the entanglement. Shattered parts of what makes up the walls of the entanglement, and those shattered pieces are individual parts of the refracted, and I was in one that was found by
Onru.
Yes.
So these refracted, they're not connected.
They are shattered, so some of them cross over, but the one I was in was rather small and alone. Almost, if you imagine a broken mirror, some of the pieces will touch and other shards will fall free. So it may be that this safe house of yours is in. It still worries me because the place is horrible, but
It's really nice.
Yeah, no, this is quite nice. It's kind of like there's loads of black smoke everywhere, and it's like the guy who lived, the guy from there, called it the Forgotten, and it's getting better.
So it's a place that you found. So it's some. You know what? Maybe we'll tell me another time.
Jacqueline could probably tell you best about it. But another time if you insist.
Yes. And he starts putting the mask back on, the cloth. And he just pulls you into a hug once more.
Yeah, I'll hug him back.
Please be careful. This is a difficult path you walk.
Yeah, I'll try my best, but like you said, I'm not alone.
Use those the bones if you wish to speak to me. Anytime.
Okay.
Takes a few deep breaths, looks at you once more, and then walks behind a tree, disappears.
You cast Become Tree.
You lost that trick.
Yeah.
He is just hiding behind a tree. So quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, go back to the house.
Okay. Just add the scroll to your before, just so we don't forget that you've got it. And you return to the Soul House.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does she make it back? Does she get lost?
Yes.
Just follow the trail of oh God, what happened here?
Do you know what's funny? It was not that wasn't a drag mark through the forest. That just looked like someone had been dripping blood from height.
Yeah, it does look pretty messed up. Yeah, you see the blood trailing into the hole in the floor, the square hole.
The squall.
Always gonna pretend to be dead.
There's also like blood on the walls where it sort of was, went too close.
You see it that you don't. You see it like starting to magically be removed, and you can probably tell that it's an unseen serpent.
That's like a painting that has splatters.
As you arrive into the library,
Or is face down on the floor.
or is asleep on the floor.
In the blood.
You smell the cooking, the venison, and the pastry.
It's just resting now. It's done. It's
Nice.
just resting.
So, and you walk in, and Eugene and Freya looked at the worst side of a couple of beers. Dom's like holding one bottle that's almost empty and a glass, and he's kind of like.
He's doing constant tasting.
Okay. I'll leave it over to you guys. It is getting evening time now.
Let's eat the venison.
I
Go to bed.
plate everything up.
Very nice.
Some
What does it look like? It's your dish.
it's the venison Wellington.
Nice.
No soggy bottoms.
Oh, the herbs like on top.
This truly is
The
fancy.
herbs is through the mushroom duck cell that's around the venison.
Oh.
And then you've got the pastry, and then do we have potatoes and carrots?
There would be non-perishables. We only stocked up we stocked up in Talbennery, in Delnori, so it's not even been a week.
Yeah, a couple of the
yeah.
potatoes have gone eldritch beast in the dark, like sprouting roots.
It's fine.
Still good.
The good one, I make some really good roast potatoes, and some roast carrots, and then there's a gravy made out of the juices from the venison from when I seared it off.
You left.
Someone's added some sugar
and
to
I've
that.
added. Hold on that.
Hold the phone.
There is a little bit of dark chocolate in the
Yes!
red wine venison sauce.
You left me in charge of finding the plates, and weirdly enough, the Enigmora has plates with every animal on, so I came out with the deer plate. And I just kind of really sneakily put them down, don't look at them too hard.
What I do is I place the bit of venison over where most of the deer is, so you
when
kind of can't really see it.
So as you eat it, you realise you've been eating off deer.
Or it cuts into it. Oh dear. As far as I'm eating.
There are also really tasteful naked lady plates.
Do you want to eat some venison off a naked lady?
No.
Yeah.
I put one of my cookbooks on top of them, no.
And as you
Because
guys,
it's dark chocolate.
And then, sorry.
No, you go.
I was going to say there's a lemon posset for pudding because
wait, where have you got milk from?
we milked. We only
We
lemon.
milk the chickens.
Is it that long
Cow
life
milk.
oat milk?
Yeah, it's an
I'm sorry, no. I'm not yes-anding that.
We stocked up a load of oats.
In this world, what nuts can you build?
Just been sat there
There's a gap
squeezing
in the
nuts all
market
day.
for,
No, if we have loads of oats, could I have made my own oat milk? It's really easy.
How are you going to blend them?
With my giant jade
We have magic.
have magic.
with my sword.
I cast
pestle of
Oakley.
water.
That's also true.
You can do it if you like.
We
You
can
may or
crush
not.
it with my.
Moxie's been gone for hours. We had time.
You've just been sat there squeezing nuts the entire time.
You make some oat milk and you strain it out through like cheesecloth and stuff.
Yeah, and I make
you.
I make a nice lemon posset.
Very nice. A little bit watery from that.
You want a fucking lemon posset? Oh god, dude.
Okay.
Anyway,
Love me a posset. Because it's dark chocolate in a sauce, which is right, I'm adding quite a bit of sugar to it.
Nice.
So I was
Sticky sweet.
Amaya's kind of like sitting, eating, watching Eugene do this. She's like,
Creakily.
it's really nice.
this tastes like sugar now.
Very
have I made
gifted.
a separate dining room, or is it like a kitchen diner situation?
You can just like put the table up anywhere in the library, in the
It's quite nice being
wherever.
Wine cellar.
Yeah, we've got
Wine
like
cellar.
a kitchen. We've got like a kitchen table that's like
Yeah.
got for like family style eating,
Yeah.
and then there's also one in the wine cellar.
There is like a very, very fancy grand dining room, but it's kind of being eaten away by the Forgotten.
Yeah, I'm still working on that one, so let's just. I open up to be like, oh, we'll go.
Oh god.
Oh no.
It's like the screams of the Forgotten. You're like, "Ah!"
Love it.
So I need to do this room next, please.
Okay, so as you sit down, tuck in delicious Wellington and lemon posset.
I'll
And
set an unseen servant to start cleaning.
very nice. And you, Sentinel, you see halfway through the dinner and everyone's like chatting and laughing and like it's one of those moments of just a gap where you just take a moment to be like, this isn't so bad. And you see in the distance in one of the doorways just the Enigmora appear and look in, and kind of nod.
I go and. What do you want?
Oh no, he's just kind of there like watching.
Does he want some?
Yeah, I was gonna say, was there enough left over?
Oh yeah, it's like a full venison loin.
We have a whole
We're curing
We have
some
enough
of
venison
it.
for days.
If you go out and into the hallway, he's not there, but he materializes again and says, "Sorry, I was just looking."
There's some in the kitchen.
No,
Do you
no.
want to? No. Do you want to come and eat?
No.
Do you want to come and eat?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Really good.
Wait, there's wine.
So.
There's so much wine in this sauce.
I come out of the wine with 2 extra bottles.
I'm so.
One in each hand.
No. Look.
Each
We're
hand
gonna,
has
need
one.
to, we're gonna need to start finding whoever you've been buying your wine from, because we're getting through it at an alarming rate now that there's like 6 of us.
It's fine. I was just looking because it's not been many people here for a very long time, and it's nice, but I'm okay.
You can come in whenever you want.
Amaya stands at the door and she's got a plate.
He's gone. The moment that you look around the corner, he's gone.
I'm gonna leave. Is there like a whole table or something that I can like leave it out for him in case he like
Oh,
speaks
I
back
will.
later?
I will go and put it in his office, like outside his office.
Okay.
500 years ago was a very good year for grapes. Just whatever year these are from, it was
It's a
sublime.
good sublime year for
Dom agrees.
He's absolutely.
Okay.
It's amazing when you drink more, the more flavours you get from it.
The more you drink, the better it tastes.
It's kind of all blending into one for me a little bit.
I know, to me it opens up all new possibilities.
Well, yeah, that's because you're a bloody what is it? Alchemist.
People usually say weird, but alchemists
Weird.
Thank you.
I work with alchemists, and you're one of the most normal.
I don't know whether to be offended or thankful for that.
I don't really work with alchemists. I work with poison makers, and they're all
And drug
bit
makers.
because they take tasting, you know.
But that is indeed part of it, but after a while, I don't know. Do you become accustomed to the poison? It doesn't impact you as much, or do you just die?
What?
Well, there's only so much poison you can. There's going to be some sort of tolerance.
Sorry,
yes,
what are you
but
talking about?
I just die if you have too much.
You've lost me.
The poison.
Tasting.
Are you talking to me?
You were talking about poison makers
Yeah,
and
he's
how
just
they
a
eat
joke.
something.
Oh yeah, no.
Dominic.
Sorry. My family makes
You're a
poisons
funny
and
guy.
drugs and stuff. Anyway, I'm going
You
to bed.
finished with my ring yet?
Oh. Back pocket. Flings it over to you.
Okay, well now we can put whatever memory we want on this ring, and I just put it off the table.
And as he goes to bed, he walks around and like drapes his arms over you and Moxie, and he's like, if you ever not invite me to your wedding again, I will kill you.
I know, I'm surprised you haven't killed me already, to be honest.
It was bloody delightful. And he walks off.
Yeah, and I'm mostly just sort of like melted.
He walks off and goes to bed.
His eyes are very blue.
Could we play like a drinking game? I want to play Rage Cage or something. We don't have to role play it, but just like
You see Rage Cage feels like
ye olde Rage Cage.
Yeah, okay. Rage jail.
Oh no.
But yeah, but no, like he's my sister's best friend and my best friend's older brother. He's forbidden, so.
Forbidden. Not for me.
You can make your own goddamn choices, but he is a whore.
You are so lucky.
Alright, what are you guys doing? You playing Rage Jail?
Sure.
Okay.
Roll for jail.
Yeah, no, I definitely need to fill in Jacqueline about Batista.
I'm in!
Rage Jail. Okay, so you're
I'm
playing.
also in.
Yeah.
So everyone roll constitution checks. No, we're not playing Rage.
Get the cups. What constitution checks, you say?
So assuming you're drinking, then this is just one to see how the whole evening goes.
A check.
Oh no.
Check.
Not a save.
Sorry, a save.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Just the same either way.
I'm fucking killing it. I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
the high DC though, because this is to count for all your drinking.
It don't matter.
No, I'm good. I can keep going.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
25.
25. All right. So you get drunk, but you're like
good drunk.
damn, this isn't really like.
I've never got this drunk before. I want to keep going.
Yeah, you've got that fresh. You're like, oh man, this is great. This is the best.
Why haven't I done this before?
And in contrast to that, somebody who's drunk a lot and has been keeping up with Dom Sips got an 8.
I really liked the apple beer.
I have another one.
I'll have another one.
Doesn't stop talking about the apple beer.
Has anyone ever had apple beer? It's like cider, but beer.
Beer, good.
All right, you got an 8.
Yep. And I start getting the
Yeah.
stoning cigarettes. I'm like, this is enough for me.
Yeah, you're getting like Dom slurring drunk and sleepy drunk.
Yeah, 26.
26. Yeah,
Wow.
you're in the same boat as Freya.
The
Except
young ones, they've got the alcohol tolerance.
you keep the joy. The joy is up, and the energy is
I
up.
do like joy.
Where's the joy?
It's here.
Natural one.
Aura's asleep at the table.
We are playing around here.
Aura's done an Alice at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Aura started off with his chin like asleep like that, and then by the end of the evening, you're literally in his plate. So like gravy and
covered in
old
deer.
venison.
Just wakes up. Oh dear.
Not again.
Even better the second time.
Keeps happening again.
Oh dear.
24.
Okay, yeah, you're with
You're on
Freya
the
and
spot.
Moxie. You're
Eugene's
enjoying
only
it.
doing well because he can't reach the table.
Weirdly,
standing
not very
on a chair
coordinated, weirdly good at Rage Cage.
16.
16. Yeah, you're kind of between everyone else. You're
Am I
enjoying
about to
it.
be sitting crying on the sofa?
Yes.
Do you want some pizza?
Yes, please. Get the chips.
So the evening.
Honestly, you were so cute.
Should I message that to Lena? I haven't messaged her in some time.
Yes!
What should I say?
Tell her she's.
Tell her she's hot.
Tell her you missed her.
Tell her
Do I? Okay, I can't. What else should I say? I have like limited words.
Say you want to meet up.
Okay, do
Well,
I?
she's got a fine ass. I'm also writing in my book at the same time.
Okay.
Like a donkey.
Was she in Sehira?
Look at
Do not tell her she looks
said
like
she
a
was
donkey. She's gonna fight us. Tell her she's a 10 out of 10 babe.
Throw smoke show, yeah.
She's really fit.
Tell her you want to get a Noah sometime.
Alright, how do I play this?
Because you are.
What is it you usually say? Oh, yes. Okay, so I get out the stone. It looks like a strawberry or something. I can't remember. Hey, girl.
Yes!
Oh god.
Is that what it...
Yes,
Okay.
exactly, yeah.
Oh, goodness. That's thrown me now.
Are these all words?
No, they're not. I miss you. I think.
Oh no.
We should meet up, and you're a 10? Question mark.
Oh, question mark.
But it was said as a question.
So that's, you've got 6 more.
What else should I... Anything?
You got a fine ass.
That's it. Yeah. What else should I say?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Next up on the list, Ilram.
Scry on her.
You listen for a while.
Come join me on the crying sofa.
You listen for a while, and you don't hear anything.
Probably the best.
Probably asleep.
I think she's very much alive.
Did
I
you
hope.
roll to see if it worked anyway?
Oh, I forgot
did.
about that.
Round. You did.
Yeah.
It was all for nothing. It's probably for the best.
I'm sit on the sofa with Amaya and cast Spirit Guardian.
Just to be with fish.
Okay, the fish.
I really want to be with fish.
them fly. I'm like lying back, like eating the crust of a pizza, like.
It is like being inside a school of fish.
I want to summon something. I summon the shadow spawn thing, get sad and immediately just spell it. I'm like, I want to join in. The only thing I can summon is a summon. And then it just looks like Ansel, and I'm like,
Shit.
no, dispel.
That one looks like Ansel.
Yeah. He's the sad
the boy
one.
So
He's the one that's sad. I have ones that are angry and ones that are scary, and they're all everyone.
at midnight,
Should we go visit the curator?
Let's go.
at midnight, you hear the kind of,
No.
and the door appears.
Let's go.
I bring up in a brim wine.
The door
No,
appears.
we're gonna get wine from him. We want his booze.
The door appears. It stands in the subtle house. It doesn't open, and a small card goes from underneath the door,
Oh.
and then the
does it
door
say?
goes.
Who's the most
this
sober to read this?
Say, pick it up.
Eddie Barr, can you read aloud?
I'm gonna read it.
Freya
It's
picks
really
up the
wobbly.
card.
Why is it so wobbly?
It is very wibbly wobbly.
Do one word at a time.
Okay, it says
It says there is a bidding
there is a
taking
bidding
place.
taking place.
There is bidding taking place for the shard job.
Oh damn.
Oh.
Thus far, skills on offer are not a match for your own, but it will not be so much longer.
What's the shard job?
The one to go to the forest place that's green.
I like
We're in a
forest.
forest.
We're
Do you think
here.
it's this one?
We did it.
We made it. We're here.
Tell him he must pay us immediately.
Do we want to do that though?
No.
Go to a forest. I thought you liked
We're
forest.
gonna go anyway, and we don't want to have to.
But if we take the job, there's no one competing against
You're
us.
asleep. Shut up.
Oh dear.
Still funny.
The job could be for. It's probably for Xethir,
So we can kill him.
but then he'll know
He's not
exactly
gonna
where
be
we are.
there. But we could make so much cash.
But we don't. But we don't.
can't use
We
it if we
wouldn't
don't.
give him the thing that we
not gonna
find.
I can give you some cash money. I'm very rich. I give you
It's
10 gold.
I'm so minted.
It doesn't matter.
Over 1,000 gold.
It doesn't matter.
I feel like my brain's not working right.
Remove.
I think it's babe.
Do we want
Babe, and I just got your little face. It's because we're drunk.
We're drunk?
Okay, I think
Don't you dare.
that you guys eventually sleep.
Yeah.
I fall asleep in the wine cellar.
I'm just gonna
So I
sleep
basically
right here.
grabbed some wine
Yes.
and didn't make it out.
So okay, this is a good point. Tell me where you fell asleep. Eugene fell asleep in the wine cellar, or we know he was asleep on the table with his plate.
How big's the sink?
Maya, you fall asleep with your head in the sink because you
No,
think
I want to get in it.
Oh yeah, it's one of those big old kitchen,
Okay.
like cottage core kitchen sinks.
Your like feet are in the sink, and you're kind of holding.
my
It
butt is,
it needs a bit of
feet.
cold arga.
Oh, okay, yeah, your butt's in it, your feet are dangling
Yeah.
off the side. Nice.
Yeah, I'm cozy.
Can we in the library?
In the
Is there a
library.
comfy chair in the
No, you
there
made
are
a bed
bunk
out of
beds and
books.
there are bunk
You
beds in the
literally got some
library.
books
That's
and
where you're.
slept.
I'm in a bed out of
You were
books.
in a bunk with books. Nice.
Yeah, I think, probably, Library as well.
Library, bunk beds.
I managed to make it back to my room, but I fall asleep. Like I just face
You were
plant
so
straight
close.
into it. Like I don't manage to get like into bed. It's like I get to the side of the bed and
You're
just
like
go.
on the floor.
The door's still
Before we go to
open.
bed,
Oh yeah.
the last thing that we do before we all pass out is can we draw on Aura's face, please?
Oh yeah, I would do that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you drawing?
Like a mustache, like a really, really curly
I
mustache
would
that goes up his
owl.
cheeks.
I do fade like feathers around his eyes, like he's an owl.
It's
He's a
really
mustachioed
Has a little
owl.
beak on his nose.
the quill's a bit scratchy, but it doesn't wake you up.
Can I grab some sugar and just smear it into Aura?
Yes, you
Like in his hair.
put sugar in his hair. So
I feel like you do
You're
something
drawing on him. How is that not
But
Peter?
you love this because it's an owl.
Everyone loves being sticky.
so
Oh, I'm with that. It's
so you guys.
Wait, you just hear giggity from across the building as Dom just sits up like yes.
So you guys sleep. You wake up a bit late. It's hard to
dear.
tell though because it's subtle house.
Mouths are so dry.
The young ones among you who rolled really well, not feeling too bad.
Yeah, that was great.
Do it get easy.
Aura, you feeling fucking horrible.
Your hair's sticky. Your
he's
face
gone
is
over with
covered in
exhaustion.
deer.
I will use lay on hands.
Can you use enough to get rid of? Go for
I
it.
use 5 hit points.
Okay, cool.
Where did
Use-
Dom go to bed?
He
I really hope in your
walked out
room.
into the corridor and gave up looking for a room and just he fell asleep in the corridor outside
Nice,
the
I
library.
respect that.
He was so close.
He was so close. I
Bacon,
refuse to get
venison
out of
bacon.
bed. I am not out of bed.
Venison bacon, very
Venison
nice.
bacon sandwiches. I'll bring them.
Smell of venison
I
bacon
was like,
cooking.
by this point in the morning, I am undercovers. Like, no.
When I wake up, I realised that I was mixing up bottles of wine and I feel real bad.
Yeah, you do feel pretty rough.
Well, no, just in terms of actually
Oh, I see.
feel
Just
bad
yes,
for ruining the
emotionally.
system of the... Because I would
Yeah.
never do that if I wasn't drunk.
Amara and Sentinel don't feel great. You feel, you know.
I mean, I
feeling
got an
fine.
8. I feel. I'm
Oh,
in,
yeah, you got an 8. You
I'm
actually
in
feel
bed. Like,
Yeah.
no, don't.
Yeah.
I'm not getting it out.
Amara, you feel okay. You just getting on with cooking.
Yeah, so I sent him a message to Jack and was like, breakfast is ready and I have something to tell you.
I'm not getting out of this bed, and you can't
Laura, how do you
fucking
feel
make
about-
me.
How do you feel about being so close to home?
Aura,
You do.
it was a long night. I don't know what to feel. It's good and bad. I mean, last time I was there, the place was a ruin and my family were gone. I didn't know where they were, but
Do you think anyone will be there still?
no. But I think it's important that I go back and see it. And also, the Lexicon said that there's... Did Lexicon say something in Baraxis? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I guess I'm supposed to go there, really. But I think it's important. I think I'll feel better for it. At the time, it'll be awful. And I might cry and sit down in a puddle. And,
I'm excited
sorry
to
for
see
myself.
your shop.
well, there's not much there anymore. It's all...
Well,
The
ruin.
joy
It was there once. Hopefully, you know.
You can breathe some joy back into the shop.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. What about you? You're fairly close to home yourself.
I wouldn't say Sehira was home. Not really.
It's nice to be back where you
Well,
know where things are and whatnot.
I could go see my uncle.
There you go. Hell yeah. Do you like your uncle?
He's fun.
He's a funkle.
He can't read.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh. Never met someone that... Actually, I'm sure I have. I just didn't know it.
He just didn't think it was worth it. He probably could if he tried.
Okay, so you guys gather around the table. Sentinel gets...
Unless somebody is dragging me out of this bed, I'm not getting out.
Let's go get Sentinel. I'll help you.
Sentinel gets dragged out of bed.
Why?
Time to go. We're on a timeline here.
Why?
We've got to go save the analyst.
Eventually, you get your bacon sandwich. Don't know how you've got bread, but...
What did you want to tell me?
I've made flatbreads out of flour and water. There you go. And some herbs.
So I met Zapes and
Fucking jerk ass pervert.
yeah, it turns out Zapes was Batista.
No, because Batista isn't a jerk ass pervert. Seems fake.
No, it was definitely Batista.
Shit, what?
Was this before or after the alcohol?
This was before.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're very drunk.
Yeah, I didn't get as drunk as some people. As the older people.
Old.
Smack back of the head. Dare you. Wait.
How old are you? I can't remember.
20.
Like 40.
I'm 45, but that doesn't count for a no. I'm like 12.
I'm 8. Am I 8 or 10 years older than you? I think I'm 8.
I think so, yeah.
Which means that I'm now 27, so at some point...
Happy
I've had
birthday!
a birthday. At some point since we've been adventuring together, I've had a birthday.
Yeah, we're old.
I'm only 23.
Yeah, but yeah, no, so Batista, he's no longer like enslaved to Julian and Enru.
Huge.
But yeah, he says that Julian is not beyond, he can be saved.
I believe that when I fucking see it.
But yeah, no, he told me about his, so he was trapped in the refracted realm.
Oh shit. Here?
I mean, yeah, and he said that he's not this particular, not in the house, but like in the same plane, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, no, he said there was a Telau man called Salem who helped him get out.
Name sounds. Can I do it? That name sounds really familiar. Please, may I do an intelligence check to see if or a history check to see if I can, because it's bugging me, the player.
Yeah, go for it.
No.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Sounds really familiar. I don't know why.
Can everyone hear this?
Yeah, it's just random to the table. Yeah.
Can I do one too?
What, a history check or?
Why not?
Yeah.
The intelligence check was
Roll.
just me to see
History,
if I
probably,
had
then.
forgotten. Ruthie had forgotten.
I won't make you roll this this guy's specific name you're not familiar with.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I only got a 5, which makes sense.
It's one of those, it's one of those things where it's like, sounds so much like everything else. Do we know him?
15.
No, not sure. No, it's an odd name, but maybe it is a Tealon name. Is what you guys are gathering, but yeah.
Yeah, but also he got there because of the Devil of Christamar.
That sneaky ass motherfucker. I'm gonna kill him.
So yeah, he's made the shit list. So yeah.
Have you by any
Shit
chance
list.
still got the letter that I wrote to him? Because I can't remember what I said.
I have it somewhere in my note bag. It was a while
why
ago.
he did nothing at the ball?
It's 100% why he
And
wanted
I
to
think
get
it
in.
was after the ball.
No, but he wanted to get in and didn't for his own reasons.
Yeah, Batista said it was he gave him up as a way to gain Julian's trust.
Yeah, he probably used that whole affair to get into Julian's pants.
Also, what is a shit list?
It's a list of people that are shitty.
And then we're going to kick the ass of Royce, Pharaoh, fucking Xethir.
I was going more literal.
List of 3.
Okay. I write that.
Also, your mum. Your mum's on my personal shit list. I'm going to kick her out.
Oh, I thought you meant my mama. I was like, how very dare.
No, your mum's good. Well, she's all right. I'm ambivalent. I've not met her yet.
And also 2 more things. One, and I get the scroll. Said, Eugene, can you identify this for me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So and also Aura. He mentioned we talked about the edge for a little bit, and he's mentioned Isgard. Does that mean anything to you?
Does that mean anything to me?
Roll a history check.
That's a 1.
Why
am I sticky?
No,
I'm fine. I'm just sticky.
Writing on his face this whole time.
Oh yeah, he doesn't.
So as you finish up breakfast, Eugene identifying the scroll, because you cannot read scrolls.
I mean, yeah, but it's just...
Yeah, that's fine. So, you take out the scroll from the case. And this is a spell called, it is a level 4 spell. It's called Bind Corpse Golem.
Hell yeah, sir.
You can find that on D&D Beyond, hopefully.
Bless you.
It's quite long, so I won't read all of it out.
Sweet. Oh, cool. Thank you.
Sounds powerful.
Yeah, that sounds, yeah. And he said it would help. This will definitely help. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So, as you guys clear up and finish breakfast, you making your way back out, I assume,
Yeah.
to finish the journey.
Maybe don't go into the wine cellar for a bit.
Oh, fuck, I'm going to have to restock in there. I feel really bad about that.
It's not so much the restock, but that too, but just don't. Never mind, I didn't do anything.
When we go out the door, can I do Lantern of Revealing again?
Sure.
The Eye of... whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's cool. Aman. You step out, shining the light around in the morning. It's actually quite late morning now, so it's quite bright. You can't see anything. Looks like whoever was watching is no longer.
Let's go to the town.
Let's go.
Very well. So you set out through the forest of the Baraxian Valley, and it's still raining, but it's lighter, not too bad. And you finally, after another sort of 4 hours, probably approaching late afternoon at this point because you got up late, you see in a break in the canopy a once beautiful town a few miles off the Emperor's Road, Baraxis. It is dark, but as you approach, you come down the slopes and the tree line. You leave the tree line in trade of fields, and you can see that although it's quiet, that splendour is still there. The whitewashed homes on the cobbles, the beams painted black. There are black lampposts along the road, the main roadway. There are flower baskets that hang from them. They squeak in the wind. No flowers in them, but sort of wiry tangles instead. And mud marking the cobbles beneath them. And as you approach, Eugene, sort of heart-wrenching a little bit at how quiet it is, and you see that some of the businesses, they used to be cobblers and leatherworkers and fletchers and farriers, they're all closed. And there's the odd home around that in the sort of approaching evening light, there's candle light flickering within. And you walk down the main thoroughfare and it's very quiet. One carriage kind of rattles past up towards, or in the direction of the capital. And you can see that ahead of you, where the road forks, one goes out north to the city, the other goes left up to a small nook and a residential area. You know that it is down that left-hand road is where your home is. But in the middle of that fork is a big point of light, which is an inn. It is one that you know very well and have very fond memories of. It's called the Old Mill Inn and is named after the old mill that is like up on the hill that you can see looking down at sort of the...
That's where I used to hide and hide and seek.
Eugene spent many a night stuck.
Yeah, and you can see that the windmill itself sort of turning very gently in the wind at a distance. And you, what do? You're standing before this large inn. It seems to be the only thing open.
So, are you saying that the businesses were just like this? They just don't exist anymore. Like the buildings are there, but they're not.
Yeah, they
not
just look
used.
closed. And there's been a
So, when you say look closed, it's like not closed because it's the evening, but just
Shut
closed.
down.
Yeah.
Empty. Although maybe you're not sure. Maybe you're kind of like hopeful. Or maybe they're just open a couple of days. You know, they're just not open a lot or something. One thing that you noticed, Freya, and probably Eugene, because you're very kind of desperately looking about, did you see a couple of instances of graffiti? The various iterations of "fuck Wilhelm."
So, who's Wilhelm? Duke?
That's the Duke.
Oh, I should know that, right?
That is Lucard's second name.
They don't like him around here, huh?
No, but this was never here when I was living here.
There's a
So
lot of antisocial behaviour here since you
social
left.
behaviour, and the font isn't very nice. But that might
I
just
don't
be me.
think maybe that's not what they focus on.
No, probably not. It's more the message than the actual font. Anywho, should we go into the inn? It's a very, very nice inn. Well, it was. Hopefully, it still is.
Okay, so you approach in the twilight now of this second day of this journey, and the firelights are very inviting through the window. The thatched roof that kind of bends with the surrounding countryside, and the sort of mill wheel on the side of it creaks. It's purely there for decoration. And you open the door, and that is where we will end today's session.
Thanks for joining us. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram and listen to us wherever you get your podcasts.